What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So we're going to be talking about the Venmo credit card today. I wanted to see any type of flaws that it has, any type of perks that it has. I wanted to watch the introduction video to see what it does actually have, but I have seen pictures of this Venmo credit card that's out there, and people are really excited about it. So I've seen a lot of credit card news in the last couple of weeks, month or so, and it's really interesting to see all this news. So if you like this content, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and get your free stocks down below. That helps me out a lot because you'll get free stocks, I get free stocks. Definitely check out Webull, the Webull link, and the Robinhood link. So let's go ahead and get into this. We're going to be going into the introduction video and get familiar with the card, and then we'll get into the perks and any flaws that I see with it, any positive things I see with it, and hopefully you can get a lot of value from this video. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's start with the introduction video. So meet the Venmo credit card. Let's go ahead and check this out real quick. Okay, so just taking a first glance at that before getting into like all of the detail, the underlying detail, there's a lot of good things that I've seen there, and obviously they want to promote as many good things as possible. You know, Apple, when they released their card, it was all about their no fees and getting cash back, daily cash back, things like that, and it was just pushing the positives and not really seeing the negatives at all. Um, but with something like the QR code on the actual card for you to get to your Venmo account and people can Venmo you, that's definitely interesting. I don't know how that really works with like a security or privacy standpoint, but it looks like it would be really good. So, for the most part, that looks amazing, right? And like I said, that's what they're looking to do for you. They're looking to show you the most amazing features of it without showing you any of the negatives. So let's go ahead and get into some of the things that they pointed out because they do have some more information on the website. Basically, they have a 3-2-1 setup, which is really interesting to me. So it's 3% on the category that you spend the most on. That's amazing that they can literally switch that at any moment and say, all right, you're going to get 3% on groceries. You spend on groceries. You're going to get 3% on bills and utilities. This is where it's really interesting to me because it can fit anyone's setup. With a no annual fee card, it can fit anyone's setup. So 3% on anything that you spend in the most categories. Now they do have a select amount of categories that you can add to this area, but if you have something like bills and utilities, that's something that most people don't get percentage back on. To get 2% back on bills and utilities or switch that around and get 3% back on bills and utilities is absolutely phenomenal. but then you can expect to get 1% on everywhere else. So you're going to have your top two categories, and then you're going to have 1% on everything else, which is absolutely phenomenal. I think that that is a great idea. Do they have any flaws to that? I don't think so. If it was an annual fee card, then I would say that it probably has flaws in that area, because um, you're basically limiting the amount that you can get back depending on how much the annual fee is. But since it's no annual fee, you can literally fit that into any setup that you have just by the cashback opportunities alone. Now, one thing that they actually have here, like I talked about before, is the QR code. How does that really benefit in any way? Well, if you're out to eat with a bunch of people at dinner, you can literally just say, hey, scan my credit card. And it's not like they're scanning your credit card so they can take all your information so they can spend all your money. I hope that's not the case where these QR codes start to get, you know, all the information behind it starts to get taken. I guess I don't know about that, but you can easily say, hey, scan my card, we can split dinner, we can do this, you can Venmo me the money, and I'll pay for everything. Something like that. And it makes it so easy to be able to do that rather than, you know, save receipts and split different checks and use different credit cards. It makes it 10 times easier. Another thing that I think is really interesting is their whole setup with like being able to track any of your spending and seeing different categories here. So obviously they're going to have that split between categories depending on how they interpret that category, that spend. So like if you spend at, say, Walmart, I would imagine that wouldn't come out as a grocery purchase. It would probably come out as a department store, maybe. I don't know how they look at that, or a super center, something like that. But then if you go to a physical grocery store, they would label that as groceries. So it just all depends what you're doing, but you can see everything. You can see your trends, you can see your reward, you can see your transactions. That's absolutely amazing. And then you can see, who you're spending money to friends wise. And then you can really see your analytics. If you're someone that's analytic driven like me, then yeah, it makes sense to see where you're spending your money at and where this card says you're spending your money at. So it's basically like saying you're going to fit so many different areas. But I think that you really just fit it into two sections, 2% back and 3% back. The good thing about this card, and the problem that I would have with other cards in my wallet, is the fact that I have American Express, which is not accepted everywhere. This is a Visa card, which will be accepted in everywhere they accept Visa or any credit cards, because Visa is accepted everywhere basically. It also has things like touch-free shopping, which is great for some people. I mean, just to tap and go, that's definitely a good thing. I do it with my cards all the time. Anytime I go to the gas station, I don't swipe it. I just tap and go. Especially if you love credit cards like I do, you don't want to mess up your card by swiping it or by putting the chip in. It makes sense to just touch it and go, and then you can have your fresh credit card. One thing that I didn't get was the fact that you can customize your card. I don't know. I'm just not a person that can customize it by color. I would like to customize it by weight, by the material. Hopefully, you just add in maybe like, I don't know, $15 charge or something, and you add in a metal material or something like that. I like customization of the card like that. But when it comes to picking like various colors like cotton candy, gray and black, blue and blue, or whatever the colors may be, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of fully customizing the card. Now I will be getting the card because that is a great setup for bills and utilities. I'm telling you, I'm signing up for that. So just to give you an understanding of the APRs, which you may have seen earlier when I went through the video, but the APR could be 15%, 21%, or 24%. You have a minimum interest charge of $2. So just to get that detail out of the way, if you are interested in the APR, you should never have to pay APR. You should always pay your balance off in full, and then, go to the next month, pay your balance off in full. So that's just how it goes. But my overall thoughts on this card in general, there's not many flaws to it. Will it survive? I think the 3-2-1 setup will survive. It really brings people in. I think as we start to see more people talk about it, it'll bring more and more people in, because you see a card that will cater to your spending. That is absolutely amazing. So my overall opinion for this card, it's going to be a top tier card for everyday use. It's going to be a top tier keeper card for so many people, and so many people are going to download Venmo. So many people are going to have this credit card. I definitely suggest that you look at this card as soon as you're able to apply for it. So if you want to apply for it, here's some information. The Venmo credit card is now available for select customers to apply using the latest version of the Venmo app, and will be available to all eligible Venmo customers in the US in the coming months. So it's not available for everybody. I checked for me. It's not available for me yet. I wish it was. As someone that reviews credit cards, I really wish that I would get, first come, first serve when it comes to credit cards, or at least like top 100 when it comes to these credit cards, just because I'm able to review it and get the word out there to so many people. But I will apply for it as soon as I can apply for it. And I think that this card holds a lot of weight when it comes to benefits. So definitely check this card out. Give it a look. See if it fits your spending in any area. I feel like it will, because everybody has gaps. And for me, I can spend money on groceries with my gold card. I can spend money on gas with my Propel card. I can have hotel spending with my hotel cards. I can have travel spending with travel cards. So I have all of these categories filled. But when it comes to bills and utilities, that's something that's not filled. Yes, my Discover card may give me internet and cable and something like that, but it's not going to give me every single bill and utilities. If I wanted to spend it on, I don't know, electric or gas, depending on if they have a fee or not, I can spend it there. And I think that'll be a perk in the long run. So I definitely will be applying for this card. Make sure you check out the card. But if you like these type of videos, please hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button for more videos like this one. And get your free stocks down below with Webull and Robinhood. Use the links and you'll get your free stocks. But that's it, guys. I'm going to get out of here. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.